Alright guys, what is going on? Good to see you. We're going to be reviewing today Larry Wheels and Maateiwarangi Heta from New Zealand. They've had an informal super match, and look, Larry, he's contacted me. He said, Ryan, I want you to do, if you've got the chance, can you do a detailed breakdown of this? And I'm like, yeah, of course I can. So here we are. I haven't watched this video of Larry's completely. I have played around with the short. He did send me a couple of the different files earlier, but I haven't watched it in its entirety. So we're going to do it now. I'm going to go through it and break down what I see. Now, I suspect, and the vibe I'm picking up is that Larry is improving out of sight. I've had a good opportunity to speak with him in a number of manners in terms of technical refinement of his strap work, of his game. And what I hear, honestly, in Larry is an excitement about arm wrestling again. An excitement about figuring it out, because it looks like things have clicked from recent videos that I've seen. And I think this video here is more of a confirmation once again that that is occurring. Now, on the side of Maateiwarangi Heta, who is New Zealand's #1 ranked arm wrestler, he's just been in the UK. He's just finished with his arm wars. I was there with him. He had some brutal sessions there, and he's been pulling pretty much continuously. And I believe this was a spur of the moment thing that popped up on his way home. So short notice, Maateiwarangi, and coming off the back of a big weekend. But nevertheless, a very cool moment for these two gentlemen. A lot of history between them. Obviously, they both competed at the Over the Top tournament in Australia. Maateiwarangi finished second, Larry finished sixth. They gripped up on the after table, and Larry looked good in the hook then. And I know Maateiwarangi would love to pull Larry. In a formal setting. But anyway, this is an informal super match now. 5 rounds with a bit of work on Maateiwarangi. I'm not sure where Larry was at in his training routine, all that sort of stuff. But anyway, let's have a look now at this, and I'll break it down as we go.
Welcome back to the channel, and guess who is back? Welcome back, brother. Well, so last time we met was at Over the Top in Australia. We are a long way from there at the moment.
Long way.
Yes, sir. And first of all, he's on a layover, so we were lucky enough to find a small enough window to get a quick session in. We're gonna have a friendly super match.
Yes.
Because the last time we pulled, you were definitely well exhausted after your war with Lachlan and then several other matches in the tournament. This will be interesting to see why you're not really fresh. I'm totally fresh on the other hand. You know, how things go. And again, just a cool opportunity to pull someone super strong.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity.
He's weighing at 160 kg right now, if you can believe it. You hold it really well, by the way.
Thank you.
Don't even have a gut. And look, we're gonna have some fun tonight. Let's get started. I can't wait. It's late. I'm ready to pull. All right. Back up first.
Nothing.
All right, I've never seen these stats before. That's pretty cool. Straight up, you can see here the tail of the tape. We've got 27 years of age for Larry. We've got 33 for Maateiwarangi, 6'1" compared to 6'3", 266 pounds compared to 353, 21-inch biceps on Larry, 22.5 on Maateiwarangi, forearms of 17 and 18 respectively, 2.5 years experience and 10 years experience. Super interesting stuff here. Let's roll. Okay, so I'm going to press pause straight away here, round 1. I don't know where this one goes because like I said, the order of the videos that I've seen, I don't know which one was the correct round. But anyway, straight away here, we can see that Larry has a high knuckles position. Maateiwarangi has allowed, or he's either allowed, he's either not fighting for, or Larry is feeling too strong. But you can see Maateiwarangi has gripped with his knuckles facing down, and Larry knuckles facing up. So straight away, that's going to talk us straight away into the style of arm wrestling that you can expect. Larry's using his bicep. Good to see, Larry. I remember emphasizing that for you, brother. The knuckles up position, using that bicep to create threat. Let's see where it goes. See Maateiwarangi climbing up again a little bit higher, but still Larry at the top. All right, so you can see that Maateiwarangi actually was the first person to initiate. If I just go back a little, let's have a look. You'll see, let me just go back. Watching it in reverse. Okay, so when the initiation happens, you can see that Maateiwarangi, he kind of drags with his fingers and his pronation hit play. And he initiates early, but you can see that it's the bicep strength of Larry that maintains the ridge, that offensive ridge bicep, and throughout the wrist as well. Keeps his knuckles high, and as we move forward in slow motion, you can see it's Larry who actually gets control of the hand and wrist. Larry adds pronation. Maateiwarangi says, yep, time to bail on this one. Kind of both half pronated now, looking for regroups, both of them. And Maateiwarangi gets control of the knuckle of Larry, but you can see Larry is easy escape. His bicep pressure is strong. He gets flat on the tricep, and that allows him to really get outside the hand. There's only the exploding hand technique from Maateiwarangi if he wants to pursue it, but Larry's fresh, and Maateiwarangi not interested in holding on from that point in time. They slip and off to the strap. Ah, okay, so the yellow round.
Ready? Go.
And it's straight away, you can see comfortable pin there. Now Maateiwarangi, I'm going to go back. And we'll go through this one slow motion, break it down. But you can see, okay, from the start position, let me just get it back. And here comes the go. So the referee, you can see Maateiwarangi kind of initiates with drag, but once again, high knuckles position. Fantastic angle there through the bicep from Larry. Maateiwarangi can't go sideways at the moment because he knows his hand is going to be taken if that is the case. The high ground from Larry is fantastic for him. Maateiwarangi can sense that he can't do anything in the offensive sense, so he just allows Larry to initiate. And Larry just clean pins straight through. Maateiwarangi realizing, oh, hang on a second. We got a match here. I've got to actually focus. Interestingly, let's see what the adjustments are. Okay. But so far, outstanding fundamental strength from Larry. Okay, let's watch this one before we go back. So again, you can see if I just press pause here, you can see the match is on Larry's side of the table. And that shows you that, again, Larry's using his bicep strength and his wrist rise to dominate center, to dominate height. And that's making the match go towards Larry's side. So let's see. It'll be interesting to see if the referee brings it back to center, or will Maateiwarangi have to come up with something. There we go. Bringing it back now.
Ready? Go.
All right. There's the start. Lots of reclimbs and the attempted slip. Elbow foul from Maateiwarangi. And Larry's looking good. We got to go back. Just have a look at that. That's because that's impressive awareness and all that sort of stuff as we go back through a few. Okay, Larry's looking good, guys. Larry's intuition has really improved. Now, the match started on Larry's side of the table, but Maateiwarangi was happy with that. He wanted to use that inertia, you could see, as we start to go through it in slow motion. Watch for the detail. Watch for the way Larry is protecting his hand and wrist. This is what I'm most impressed with. There's the initiation from Maateiwarangi. With bicep and pronation exclusively, but the knuckles are up from Larry. He's holding onto the hand. Fingers are good. The regroup happens, and this time it's Larry who gains ascendancy. You can see he's over that index finger knuckle there. That's a critical thing. Larry's bicep angle is good. You can see Maateiwarangi's is open. Maateiwarangi senses the trouble coming, looks for the pronated slip, and you can see elbow foul there, and his fingers get trapped. So he has to stay on. There's another elbow foul there. So if this was strict, it would be a restart. But Larry's hand, Larry's wrist, really troubling Maateiwarangi early on. Get the slip. Impressive stuff. Larry is his intuition outside of straps. I'm loving seeing that he's using his bicep and his wrist rise at the moment. It's truly impressive stuff.
A few times a week.
Okay, right here now, if we look at the strap setup, I feel like Larry forgot to load his pronation. I feel like he stayed in a neutral position rather than loading his pronation. Maateiwarangi's loaded his pronation a considerable amount more. And what I mean by that is simply he was pronated through the wrist during the strap application. Let's see where it goes.
Ready? Go.
Okay, yeah. And there goes the wrist from Larry. Okay, so as I suspected, and if we go back a decent way, I want to show you guys the strap application and what I was talking about there. Sorry, guys, bear with me. Okay, so you can see Larry's just on the point of his elbow, and he's just neutral. So I would consider this pronated, this neutral, this supinated, obviously. Just watch for the little movements there. Maateiwarangi just moving the tricep slightly to the left. Gets more loaded pronation into the strap. Okay, that's something that really does make a difference. Webbing height's hard to tell exactly who's got the ascendancy here, but you can see, I feel like it's slightly towards Maateiwarangi. He's done a good job setting this one up. And so subsequently when the match starts, the strap supports Maateiwarangi getting into the fingers and flattening out the wrist. There you go. So right here, what's happened is the back pressure of Maateiwarangi and the connected pronation is all being directed straight into the hand and wrist of Larry. He's unable to use the bicep strength right now because his hand and wrist is being exposed. So if we just slow motion it through, you'll see that, there we go, the pronation from Maateiwarangi gets definitely over the wrist now. The bicep strength of Larry can't do enough. Now, Larry, if you're watching and you want a technical guidance from here, the only real option from Larry from here, which he doesn't go to, would be to pronate hard through the thumb and drag. You'll see that Larry doesn't do that. If he was to drag through the thumb, it would flatten out the hand of Maateiwarangi and take it off his bicep and potentially get back in the match. But you'll see Larry, I believe, remains, if we just continue with the slow motion. Yeah, he remains with just that direct response, attempting to use his own bicep. And what Larry really needed to do was drag, pronate, to flatten out the hand of Maateiwarangi there. But not quite this time. And there we have the equalizer, 1 apiece. Okay, round number 3. Maateiwarangi back in the match now. You can see we've seen a change there. Both guys now up high. Maateiwarangi realizing he's in a match and he's fighting for height. Larry, though, still looking solid. His bicep angle is closed compared to Maateiwarangi. He's a little bit more open, which means Maateiwarangi is probably going to use some inertia to attack with pronation and a hit, where Larry is happy to stay rigid and in control. Let's see where it goes. See Maateiwarangi breathing heavy, and good start, explosive start from Maateiwarangi, getting the pin. Let's have a look at that one because Larry, I think, caught a little bit surprised there. Let's have a look at it in slow motion. Okay, Maateiwarangi. Oh, let me go back right there. So that's our start position. You can see elbow position from Larry is high and right. I believe Maateiwarangi is high and right as well. Although they're matched in height, in terms of their lead knuckles, you can see that there's a completely different style and method of gripping. Larry is gripping with his wrist up, so he's just using this top ridge as a offensive wall. Maateiwarangi has fingers engaged. As you can see, those top 4 fingers, he's using an initiation of drag that it immediately goes to pronation as well. So he's looking to control that. Those 4 fingers engaged with the lats and the rear delts off the initiation from Maateiwarangi will allow him to get control, and then he adds the pronation. So Larry's just going straight with bicep and wrist up, and Maateiwarangi's gone with the drag. Now, as this plays out, you can see the drag separates the bicep and opens the wrist. If I go back again, you watch it again. Here we go. Right there, the wrist is compromised of Larry, and subsequently the bicep opens. Maateiwarangi slides his elbow probably gets slightly onto the tricep side, allows him to add the side pressure all above the wrist. Now Larry's considering He could potentially have slipped here, but he keeps on fighting. He's trying to get that wrist control back. You can see the fight comes there, but because he's open in the arm, he's not in a position to withstand the side pressure. And Maateiwarangi very neatly controls the hand, not allowing a slip from Larry. Gets the pin, 2-1. Good, intelligent arm wrestling there from Maateiwarangi. Larry's still probably the fresher man right now, the stronger man, if I'm honest, under these circumstances. But the experience of Maateiwarangi looking good there coming through. All right, round number 4, it is 2-1 Maateiwarangi. Okay, let's have a look at that once again. Same sort of setup as last time. Larry with a slightly better knuckle high position, but you can see the match is slightly Larry's side of center. I think Maateiwarangi's okay with that. He wants to use the inertia. Let's see where it goes.
Center. Go.
Okay, nice start there. Let's look at it a little closer there again. Okay, so Maateiwarangi's starting to find the groove. He's got the high knuckles, the same thing, the drag. You can see wrist compromised on Larry there, but this time Larry aggressively recognizes not going to allow the pin to happen as did last round. Pronates, dumps his wrist, uses his bicep to get the slip and the straps. Good defensive slipping there from Larry, and good arm wrestling from Maateiwarangi. He's felt what he needs. Now, strapping though, interesting strap will help Larry. Knuckle high is good from Larry. You can see he's got that top index finger higher than Maateiwarangi's. The strap is going to change the way that these guys balance. Let's see where it ends up.
Go.
Good initiation. Now, oh, look at that. Oh, let's let it play. We'll go back. We'll go back once it's finished.
Keep pulling back. Keep pulling back. He's gonna try and get it. Keep pulling back.
Great match. I love it. Okay, let's have a look at that one as I go back, because a lot of interesting stuff there played out, and some adjustments for Larry for the future. Okay. So, Larry with a slightly knuckle high position and the wrist up style. Maateiwarangi happy to drag. Now, the strap supports things. You can see heavy on the bicep from Larry. He's tighter through the bicep angle, and he's maintaining the wrist up position. This is good for Larry right now, but he can't add side pressure. Larry's hand is maxed out. If Larry goes too hard on the side, he risks compromising his own hand and wrist. Maateiwarangi's arms opening up, but that is he's ready to launch a pronated attack. Now, Larry can see getting flat onto his tricep. That is an effective position, still just maintaining control of Maateiwarangi's wrist at the moment. But you'll see here, as Larry starts to drive sideways, he actually makes his own hand vulnerable. Maateiwarangi loading up now for that counterattack. He's kind of released some pressure. Maateiwarangi stands up with his body. That lures Larry to go sideways, and Larry takes the bait now, starts going sideways, which is a trap. Maateiwarangi, you can see the breathing of him. He's taking in a big breath. The hit's coming up. Maateiwarangi loads his shoulder forward, and like I said, Larry falls into the trap. Larry really shouldn't have gone sideways. Then he should have just stayed there and got higher and kept control of Maateiwarangi's wrist, but inexperience there from Larry. Here comes the hit from Maateiwarangi, and he goes straight through the hand and wrist of Larry, but no pin. Larry just gets knocked off from the offensive side back to the defensive side. The match is not over from here, but Maateiwarangi gets control of the hand and wrist. As we mentioned earlier, the go-to from Larry from here would have been to pronate through the thumb, recognize that the fingers and the wrist have been compromised, no longer try to defend there, but defend with pronation through the thumb. Does it happen? You can see there. It's right there. Now's the time to do it. Think Todd Hutchins. Think literally flattening the hand of Maateiwarangi would be the only option for Larry from here. But instinct isn't there. You can see, look at that. It could happen right now, but Larry sticks with the bicep, and Maateiwarangi's side pressure too much in the end. 3-1, there is the victory. The Beast, there it is. Awesome stuff. All right. So, there we have it, guys. A 3-1 victory. Maateiwarangi, the Beast, Heta Morris. Number 1 ranked arm wrestler in New Zealand against Larry Wheels there. I got to say, massive improvements from Larry. All rounds, I'm super impressed. Larry's arm wrestling style has moved significantly forward to, I would now describe Larry as moving efficiently, like as if he really is genuinely an arm wrestler. He looks like an arm wrestler now. He's still making some errors, but he looks like an arm wrestler. His efficiency is fluid, and he's finding the groove in a manner that will start to make him strong in the areas that matter most. It's awesome to see. He's looking good on the table. I hear excitement. Well, like I said, when I spoke to Larry just the other day as I was traveling home to Australia, and he was, how do I put it? He had a buzz about it. He had a buzz about technique. He was sending me questions. He's watching videos that I've done in the past that explain technique, and he's digging and searching. So awesome stuff from Larry Wheels. Really positive result there. Personally, I'd love to see these two guys go at it fresh versus fresh in a King of the Table. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge in the future, Larry. I'm sure it's a good matchup. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. That was the breakdown of Larry and Maateiwarangi in detail. How good is it? How good is it seeing Larry on the rise and back at it? All right, guys, let me know what you think about it in the comments section, and we'll talk again soon.